Well, I just swam for 30 minutes. Why? Because it's good for me. And, I got kicked out of the school board meeting last night. And only one clinician there, a neurologist, older, like myself, was totally opposed to the mask mandate for these kids. And what blows me away more than anything is right there on the CDC website, I had it in my hand, is a report that the University of Hong Kong did, I think 2018, 2020. Anyway, it was titled Non-Pharmacological Measures in Pandemic Flu in Non-Healthcare Settings. And what it talked about was hand hygiene and mask. And, the random controlled trial is the gold standard when it comes to these issues, not the Neil Ferguson computer models or the Al Gore computer models that say the earth is doing whatever. But random controlled trials, that's the gold standard when it comes to medicine and research. And they found over 10 to 14 random controlled trials with regards to masks for flu season. And guess what? They don't work. It's published statistical science on the CDC website. And might I remind people, it's not only called the Center for Disease Control, but Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. And what's missing from all of this is proper nutrition and exercise. Now, one of the reasons I swam is because I'm fixing to go put my scrubs on and I'm going to go see patients. And no telling what I'll catch, because I've been peed on, pooped on, bled on, swung at, sneezed on, coughed on by the sickest of the sick without a mask on for years. And I don't get sick. In fact, the only other 2 times I've had the flu in my 22 years at bedside were years that I took the flu shot. Go figure. And I've had other clinicians tell me the same. So I'm blown away. This is medical fascism. This is corporate fascism, straight from the central banks, straight from the UN, straight from the World Bank, the World Trade Organization, or the Davos Group, and Bill Gates and all this. And it's got to stop. It's absolutely got to stop. It tells me it's sinister. I talked to a lot of moms this morning that were at the meeting last night, and it's got to the point now where I just think, I need to run for office. I don't want to be a politician because I really despise lawyers and politicians, I'll be honest with you. There are some good ones, though. If I do run, I would like to be a statesman and do what's right on behalf of all the people. And as a registered nurse and a board-certified case manager, I kind of do that anyway. So I'm just disappointed at some of my colleagues that I work with that are now online calling for me to be fired and yada, yada, yada. And, I wish I could take pictures inside the hospital of some of the staff that I work with that munch on cheeseburgers and Powerade drinks or these, sugary drinks all day, and the obesity amongst the staff that I work with. Look, health writers have been writing about the obesity epidemic in this country for over 20 years. And in fact, I told one mom this morning on the phone, when my kid was 10, we were at Six Flags Over Georgia, and it took us about an hour and a half to get to the front of the line of the Great American Scream Machine. And I turned around to see how far we'd come, and I had to take a double take. And I nudged my kid, who plays baseball and is athletic, but 3/4 of the children standing in line were obese. And every one of them had a 32-ounce super big gulp sugary cola drink with a curly straw. So what does that say about us as a society when we know that the majority of the people in the hospital battling cold and flu or this supposed COVID-19 are obese? I mean, it's root cause. Nobody shut the liquor stores down. Nobody shut the McDonald's down. Nobody shut any of that down. They shut the churches down. They shut the gyms down. Does that make sense? It doesn't. And that's what is blowing me away and just throws up red flags and tells me this is all sinister. Okay? So, my sinister meter is up, and I try to be a good person and teach and help others, and I'm about to go do that now. So, I don't know, folks. Maybe they take me off YouTube. I don't know, but as a father as a concerned citizen and somebody that's worked very hard to be a registered nurse after my checkered past and the problems that I had in my youth. I just think it's time for me to run. So hopefully you'll watch my videos, and I'm going to start talking about my platform and what I want to do for Tennessee and Tennesseans and liberty and freedom. And maybe we can restore the republic, I hope. Sidney Powell and some others are working on it. But, George Carlin, go back and watch him talk about fat, stupid Americans and germs and the American dream and how the whole thing's been bought off, as evidenced by George Carlin. Go watch him. Peace.